Now coming to the evaluation part for the same question. Now we studied behind that interest rates are used as one of the instruments in order to correct the deficit in the current account section of balance of payment. Now interest rates may be increased or may be reduced in order to correct the deficit in the current account. Now if the government increases the interest rate, then also there are certain risk associated with it, and if it reduces the interest rate, then also there is certain risk associated with it. Please to notice that there is a time lag between changing the interest rate and its effect in the economy, and it takes almost 18 months for interest rate changes to have a full impact in the economy. Further, if the government raises the interest rates in order to reduce the demand for imported goods, it has at the same time adverse effect on unemployment, because if interest rate increases, then borrowings will become expensive, people will have less money, so they will have less money, they will demand less, so firms will also produce less, so unemployment will increase and economic growth will deteriorate. So at the one hand, interest rates will curtail imports, but on the other hand, it will have a negative impact on employment and economic growth. Similarly, any country cannot have an interest rate which is significantly different from other rival countries, because for example, if the government reduces the rate of interest and in order to reduce the cost of borrowings, and in order to reduce the cost of production and reduce the export prices and increase exports, the impact is that since the rate of interest has reduced noticeably as compared to other countries, then people will start investing in other countries, and the negative impact of this is that a lot of money will flow out of the country. Uh, uh, Another impact of a rise in the interest rate is that it will discourage multinational companies to set up in the country, and because the cost of borrowings has increased tremendously in order to reduce imports. So on the one hand, it will reduce the imports, but on the other hand, it will also discourage multinational companies to come and set up in the country due to high cost of borrowings. So to conclude, interest rates disadvantages are that firstly, it takes a long time to show an impact. Secondly, that if the interest rates they will rise, then the impact is that it will reduce the imports, but at the same time, since interest rate has risen, cost of borrowings has risen, so people will demand less, and production will go down and economic growth will be impacted. And if the interest rate on the other hand is reduced, then what will happen, that people will start investing in other countries and there will be hot money flows out of the country.